Hello there. Namaskar. Did you know that modern humans have been on this planet Earth for approximately 300,000 years? Throughout that time, humans have used brutal methods such as wars to resolve conflicts between societies, which has causes immense suffering of people, especially innocent women and children, and the destruction of lives and properties. Such methods are still applied now, showing how humans are still very backward, and history will not forgive us. In today's podcast, we will delve into the profound and logical reasons behind the persistent use of wars to resolve conflicts. We will explore humanity's ignorance of human nature, including the origin of our irrational and narrow-minded emotions born out of our geo-sentiment, geo-religion, and geo-economics that drag societies into war conflicts. I am your permanent host on this channel, Acharya Atma Pranananda. I am a monk from the Philippines, a practitioner of Tantra philosophy, a spiritual mentor, and a teacher of Tantra spiritual philosophy. Before we dig deeper, I invite you to please subscribe by clicking the blue square in this corner. I only have about 5% subscribers compared to my viewers, and your support will be crucial for me to continue creating this podcast. Please click the like signs and share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you for your cooperation, and let's continue. Modern humans are distinguished by their emotional sentiment, reasoning, and judgment. However, a lack of understanding about the roots of the emotions and how they can shape negative behavior has often led to serious mistakes. These misunderstandings have sparked wars, causing losses of lives and property, destructions of societies, and even the collapse of a civilization. Well, my guru, Sri Sri Anandamurti, emphasizes that the principles of new humanism, along with personal ego and identity, significantly influence how we engage with others and our surroundings. While a degree of ego is essential for self awareness and personal growth, it can also create barriers that promote self centeredness or egocentrism and rivalry. This leads to divisive mindset characterized by an us versus them, or if you are not with us, you are against us mentality. Such divisions often stem from national, ethnic, religious, or socio-economic identities, which divert us from the fundamental truth that we are all part of the same human society and share one common race. That is the human race. According to my guru, three main types of sentiments contribute to social fragmentations are geo sentiment, geo religion, and geo economics. Geo sentiment refers to the intense emotional connection of individuals with specific geographic regions or territories. Yes, it is a love of a particular geographical place. While this attachment can foster pride and a sense of community among those who shares the same homeland, it can also lead to exclusionary attitudes towards those from different backgrounds, creating divisions that can ignite hatred. This sentiment often emerges as nationalism, where loyalty to one's country replaces a broader sense of global unity. Such a mentality can cause conflicts and misunderstandings. For example, a soldier may wrest his life out of a fierce bond with his homeland, or a national leader may justify extreme actions, such as deploying or using atomic weapons in the name of protecting his nation and the people of his land. Furthermore, while geosentiment can unite a community, it can also create divisions and conflicts, highlighting the needs for a more inclusive perspective that transcends geographical boundaries. In this case, we should widen our perspective of boundaries by adopting the sentiment of universal family and cosmic brotherhood extending to anyone on this planet Earth. And, of course, in the whole universe. We have our brothers and sisters somewhere else in these galaxies. I am proud to announce that Anandamarga, a worldwide organization, is teaching a free technique of meditation that enhances and cultivates the sentiment of universal family and widens the awareness that we all emerge from one source and go back to the same. In this case, please send your comments if you are interested in learning the free and powerful meditation, and try to find out if the Anandamarga organization exists near your place by using Google search. Let me know if you fail to locate one, and I'll try to find someone to help you do it so. Okay, geo-religion emerged when individuals place their religious belief and practices above those of others. This sentiment can foster a sense of superiority among adherents of a particular faith, leading to the exclusion and marginalization of those who do not share the same belief. Such divisions can escalate into sectarian violence, discrimination, and a profound lack of empathy for others. When religious identity becomes intertwined with geographical identity, it further deepens the differences within communities and nations. The consequences can be there, especially when certain religious teachings promotes the idea that taking lives in the name of God guarantees a place in heaven. Throughout history, countless wars have been waged and lives have been lost, all justified by religious and nationalistic fervor. Religions that espouses grand ideals yet are fundamentally driven by Jewish sentiment often devolves into system of superstition and blind faith. Instead of uplifting humanity, they can trap individuals in a cycle of ignorance and fear, submerging them in a quagmire of outdated belief. This stagnation hinders progress and development, leaving communities struggling to escape the confines of their own dogmas for generations. Finally, addressing the divisive nature of geo-religion is essential for fostering understanding, compassion, and unity among diverse populations, allowing humanity to move beyond the limitations imposed by sectarian boundaries. Geoeconomics, the impact of economic sentiment on global inequality. This is the third part of sentiment, the last but not the least. Geoeconomics refers to economic interest that disproportionately benefits individuals or specific groups or nations, often at the expense of others. This sentiment can lead to resources exploitations, where richer countries extract raw materials from less developed regions, paying local workers meager wages and funneling profit to will of nations. This economic disparity fosters resentment, perpetuating cycle of poverty and inequality that can destabilize societies. Their relentless pursuit of profit, often without regards of ethical considerations, can intensify conflicts and divisions between nations and communities. Furthermore, when religious identity becomes intertwined with geographical identity and influenced by geo-economic sentiments, it deepens the fractures within communities and nations. When economics gain nationalistic interest and religious doctrine takes priority over genuine spiritual values, these institutions can become system of superstition, trapping individuals in ignorance and dependence, leading to a volatile order of society. Consequently, the potential of human advancement is strangled, leaving societies mired in outdated belief that hinder their evolution. Addressing geoeconomics challenges is crucial to creating a more equitable world where everyone can prosper without being confined by systemic inequality. The interplay of geosentiment profoundly affects social cohesion and global unity. When individuals and communities become entrenched in their geosentiment, they may lose sight of their shared humanity, leading to increased conflicts and divisions. Nationalism can escalate into xenophobia and militarism, emphasizing differences while minimizing cooperation. Religious exclusivity can breed intolerance and violence as groups perceive others as threat to their beliefs. Economic exploitation can enhance inequalities, resulting in social unrest and conflicts over resources. In counteracting the divisive effect of geosentiment, Sri Sri Anandamurtiji promotes a shift towards new humanism, which recognizes the inherent value of all human beings, transcending geographical, religious, and economic boundaries. This philosophy encouraged individuals to develop a broader identity encompassing all humanity, fostering empathy, compassion, and collaboration. By acknowledging and addressing the barriers raised by geosentiment, we can strive for a more inclusive and harmonious world. Focusing on our shared values and common objectives will help bridge the boundaries that separate us, allowing for a united response to global challenges and the promotion of peace. Well, let's go for the conclusion. Sri Sri Anandamurti, my guru, on geosentiment illuminates the complexities of human identity and the potential for divisions that arises from our emotional ties to geography, religion, and economics. By understanding these feelings and their repercussions, we can work towards a unified perspective that honors our shared humanity and ultimately foster a world where cooperation and understanding prevails over divisions and conflicts. Guided by new humanism, the sentiment of universal love or devotion, and a comprehensive philosophy towards a world free of hatred and exploitation, the sentiment can elevate humanity through a commitment to a shared mission. Rationality can mitigate the negative effect of geosentiment, while intuition can illuminate our path. Through psycho-spiritual practice that expand human consciousness, we can remove obstacles, allowing us to see our true goals and seek liberation confidently. Ultimately, we can free ourselves from limitations by adopting a threefold approach: contemplation of the absolute or Madhvidya, giving up the pride associated with our actions, and maintaining detachment from the result of our efforts. And when humans recognize what is right and wrong, this process is called viveka, conscience. The act of discrimination is called rationality. As we move forward, guided by conscience, we face two choices: right or wrong, the do's and don'ts of life. While the journey is up for grabs, its movement can only be accelerated modestly. Judging the appropriate and inappropriate aspects of a situation is essential. When we choose the path of good manners, it is guided by our conscience. Choosing sentiment over rationality possesses a significant risk. Those who follow feelings may have difficulty distinguishing right from wrong and often accept superstitions without questioning them, neglecting the morality of their actions. So, where does geosentiment originate? It arises in the environment where individuals deviate from the direction of rationality and conscience. Ultimately, Dharma, the path of righteousness, embodies the highest goal of conscience, distinct from geosentiment. The only way to break the cycle is for the majority of the population, those who are not politicians, to voice their concern in masses, putting pressure on political leaders to change their decisions and encouraging dialogue to solve our interconnected global problems. Our current society is on the verge of breaking out into a third world war. I am not exaggerating. It is not too late to change the course of our civilization. Well, we came to the end of the podcast. If you want to enhance your spiritual practice, hesitation is a bad action. Contact me by sending your message in the section below the screen. Thank you for joining me in the investigation of the irrational and narrow-minded emotions born out of our geo-sentiment, geo-religion, and geo-economics. I hope this discussion inspires you to reflect on your journey within this magnificent universe. If you have questions or comments, please submit your ideas, request a topic for the next podcast, and comments in the comment section below the screen. Please subscribe. May the pursuit of your journey be filled with wisdom, compassion, and search for greater understanding, both of yourself and the world around you. May God bless you and your family. Om Shanti. Namaskar.